Well, welcome back, everybody. I have been working on my project with the keyboard, keypad, and I wanted to give a little update on that and show you a few other things that I've been working on over the past week. So I am pretty close. I got a front cover done, and I got these square buttons in from AliExpress. It ended up turning out and looking pretty good. Got the SD card connected up. Um, Everything seems to be working pretty good. Still working on the code to get the SD card and figuring out how I'm gonna be utilizing this to save like the configuration for the different buttons and whatnot. But still working on that. It's pretty cool. So that's one of the things that I got in was these square buttons here, and so ended up ordering a whole bunch. So same buttons that were on there, but now they have a little key cap that snaps on, and then this little clear thing snaps over that. So what I've been doing is I just went online and found a bunch of icons, printed them out, cut out a little square, and cutting out little squares of them and then fitting them in the keycap and just sandwich them in between and got nice little icons for different things here. So it ended up working pretty good for that. And so that's what I've been working on this project. Another thing that I was able to do is a friend of mine, he's a school teacher that does some STEM stuff, had a PCB made up and sent me a copy of it. So I ended up putting it together. It's a Arduino Nano is what's driving it, and then it's a 6x6 LED matrix, which is really cool. I ended up looking around and finding some code. This right here is technically an 8x8 that is a similar configuration to the 6x6. So I went online to this site here and was able to get the code that was on here and modify this code to work on the 6x6. And so I started out with that, and it was kind of rough because how they did individual characters was essentially draw a single character for a certain amount of time and then draw another character for a certain amount of time and so on and so forth to go through writing to this little screen. And so it made it really hard to modify what you wanted it to say. So I ended up changing the code around a little bit. And what I did is I ended up making my own little function here that I could just send a string to that to it, and it would cut up the individual letters in that string and be able to display them. So down here is all my code that does that. But essentially what it does is it gets this there and it says, hey, I'm going to get the first character. And then what it'll do is it'll grab that character and it'll say, hey, if it's an A, draw the A to the screen. If it's a B, draw the B to the screen, and so forth. But it ended up working pretty good, and I really like it. And so I ended up just throwing the whole ABCs in there. I don't have all characters, so I don't have numbers or other punctuation and stuff. There is an exclamation point in there. There's a blank and a full screen that I implemented, but it's really easy to add more different characters. Other things that are really cool about it is you could draw other graphics and different things. So I was kind of playing around with different grid, and these are just little 6x6, and so you could do different pictures and different things that you want to do to the screen. And technically, if you wanted to do an animation, you can make a bunch of little snips that would animate into some kind of animation. But fun little project, and I really like it. One thing that I'll probably end up doing in the code next is have it marquee across the screen. And so that will probably be the next version of the code that I'll do, is figure out how to make the letters slide across the screen. So those are some of the projects and things I've been working on lately, and I just wanted to share some of my progress and let you know what's going on. Thanks for watching, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.